Hello you guys and welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to have you here. So as you guys know, I have been a little bit MIA here on YouTube. Well, not that long. It's been, I think today I'm filming, it's been 12 days since my last upload because I went and got my top 2 wisdom teeth out. So it has been a journey recovering from that, and I'm finally really feeling up to filming YouTube videos and talking a lot because when I got my wisdom teeth out, my jaw was like in a lot of pain. So I wasn't talking very much, especially the first like 6 or 7-ish days after getting them removed. But I actually worked a shift last night and today is Saturday. So I'm finally feeling like good to film. So I am back. I'm very excited to start getting content out again for you guys consistently. As you guys know, I normally upload every Monday and Friday. I have a full-on plan. I took that week that I was resting to really plan out the next month of content. Get ready because I have a lot of exciting videos coming, and getting my wisdom teeth out allowed me to kind of like plan a lot of videos that I want to do for y'all. So with that being said, today's video is going to be a team Beachbody call that we are going to be reacting to. I know you guys love when I react to the Beachbody calls. It's normally the video that you guys say you love to see the most, and I love to make videos on this, especially because I was previously in Beachbody also. So I know a lot of what goes down on the back end of things. So I really do like reacting to team calls from the very, very top reps when it comes to Beachbody. So with that being said, this is going to be a part 1 and part 2 video. I should be uploading part 2 tomorrow. I always upload them like back to back. So the reason I'm doing that is because this is a full 1-hour team call that we are going to be sitting here listening to. So it will be a part 1 and a part 2. What this team call is, was actually sent by one of my subscribers. Thank you so much for sending it to me. So this team call is kind of what she's going to explain is a master class about building your own team. So they're really going to focus on recruitment, and she's going to go in depth even into her income. She's going to show screenshots of her paychecks, which for a very long time I have been saying that I've wanted to see this to kind of show you guys proof on where Beachbody top reps are earning their money, where it's coming from, and what their paycheck means whenever you actually look at it. So I'm really excited for you guys to see that. So this top rep actually has over 5,000 people in her downline. She also started Beachbody over 10 years ago is what she states. So she is a very top rep that has been in Beachbody for a very long time. So with that being said, let's get into the video.
So I am so excited. Like I said, my name is, I have been a coach. Does anybody know how long? I just had my coach anniversary. 13 years. So before I open up this PowerPoint and really, because I've got a PowerPoint and we are diving in, you need to have something to take notes on. This is not a like, woo, like go through. I mean, you could be multitasking right now, but you're going to want to come back to this because this is a master class. I am taking you through a master class on building your squad. Are you with me? Are you excited for this? Am I the only one excited? I'm like over here, whoa, 4-week gut protocol. Who needs all the caffeine? You just need all of the healthy foods and you're totally fine. But before I teach you anything that you need to know, I'm going to let everybody start popping on. I want you to know how truly blessed I feel to be a part of this group. And I don't know if you feel that way, but I feel so honored to be in front of you guys today. I'm thankful for what we as a unit stand for. I am so excited that I get to serve you guys. And I love that the ladies that run these with us, we refuse to lose focus on our mission to transform lives. I know tonight I am getting down in the nitty gritty of building your freaking squad, but the reason why we're talking about this is because we need more people like us willing to use our voices and use this platform for good. Right? To use Instagram for good and TikTok. Oh, love the TikTok. We need people to use it for the good of all things holy, especially the Facebook. Like tonight, I want to dive in to building your coach squad, but I hope that you understand the reason why I'm talking to you about this and the reason why we're preaching this and the reason why we wanted this topic to be tonight was because we need more people a part of this coach family who are willing to stand on a platform that lets their voices and their hearts and their stories be told. And that's why you guys are here tonight. With Summit right around the corner, there is no better time than now to light the fire in your soul. Who was on Amber's call last week where she was talking about Summit and kind of what to expect and the recognition and that kind of stuff? We really want to kind of set your heart on fire to gun it for Summit.
So when it comes to Summit is their yearly trip that they go on. So everyone can go to it. It's not an invitation type of trip. You actually have to pay to get a ticket to go. And then you fly yourself out there. You get your own hotel room. I know I've done a video where I talk about how much money I spent at Summit, and it was over $1,000 just on like food, flight, hotel, and like the things you needed to spend money on whenever you were there. But with that, Summit is always used as this way for you to grow your business. So when you're on these trips, you are really selling the community aspect to social media, but you're also selling this whole lifestyle of being able to travel and not having to take PTO and all of these things that people in MLMs like to talk about. And because of that, a lot of people on the internet that are following, especially these top reps, see, oh, this community, and they see that they're able to travel and do things like that. And a lot of people that are following these top reps may not have that same opportunity to do that right now in whatever stage of life that they're in. And because of that, a lot of top reps are able to sign up a lot of people during Summit. But also what they're able to do is the reps that are in the MLM currently, the ones that go to Summit are normally the reps that come out and try even harder. Because in my opinion, I really truly believe that Summit is a way to just continue to keep reps in the MLM. I don't really find that when I left Summit, there was anything tangible that I took back from it. It was just a bunch of top reps telling their stories and just giving you generic like information on how to grow your MLM business. But all of that stuff is already told to you on weekly team calls and weekly live streams that you're already getting from your uplines. So it's pretty much this trip where they can like throw community down your throat and pretty much share all of these stories that make their reps want to continue in the MLM longer. So I find it to just be a motivational event that gets their own reps to stay longer while also being able to sell the community aspect and the traveling to people on social media who are wanting that in their life. And then they're able to recruit those people. That's why a lot of like stay-at-home moms and military spouses can get recruited during a time like this when it comes to Summit, because they are seeing things like community, which a lot of stay-at-home moms and military spouses struggle with that.
Whether you are going to be there virtually, whether you're going to be like kind of watching you from the sidelines, wishing you were there live, or whether you're going to be there in person, I am ready for us to go big. But here's my truth, and I need to be up and honest with you. I signed up as a coach. I already said it's been 13 years, March of 2009. But can I be real? How long did it take you to help your first person? Can you use the chats? I'm curious. Was it like a week, 2 weeks, a month? How long did it take for you to help one person? Maybe one person get energized, or one person get a bod. Okay, a couple months, 1 month, days, still trying, 1 month. Okay, I didn't help my first person for 6 months. Okay, I was not the quintessential coach that became a success starter and was like, she's gonna make it. Like, I was not that person. And so if that is you, I am here to say you're not alone, and you still can do really big things with this. I also was not the person that hit diamond quickly. I remember there was like these PDFs that was like diamond in 90 days. It took me 2 years, 2 years. And so I think it's so cool that I get to be the one to do this, because I am still here 13 years later, right? And I believe that I'm still here because of the power of live events. So I'm going to open up my PowerPoint and pray that it works. I'm going to need you guys. Can you see my PowerPoint? I am not going to go into like presentation mode because I like to see the people's faces, but can you see the PowerPoint? Big thumbs up, solid. So I really want I want you to think about this more than just like the live events, more than the summits and all of that kind of stuff. The reason why I'm still here 13 years later is because I learned that my mission couldn't just be a commission really early on, because that's how you burn the candle at both ends. You get burnt out, you get frustrated, you lose your joy, and it just doesn't work. Volume is king. And that is something we're going to go over tonight. So today, whenever you're watching it, but we're calling it Build Your Coach Squad. And I really am going to ask you towards the end of this to set some really intentional, big, scary, hairy goals to slay in the next 3 to 8 weeks. Can I, everybody say, I got this? And you just tell me like, I got this. I'm on it. I'm on it. You can fist pump.
So here we can kind of see that she's not only sharing her story with the people on her team, the thousands and thousands of people on her team, but she literally stated that your mission can't be commission. Volume is key. Volume is earned by your downline and pretty much the work that your downline does. Commissions is what you earn off selling personal products, like selling products personally yourself. So I want to kind of go back to where she said, if you're not a coach signing people up, I'm with you because I was that coach. So something we see on social media today is the general concept of MLM reps sharing their very vulnerable stories in order to recruit other vulnerable people going through the same thing. Well, that doesn't stop when you join your MLM. And I find this concept really interesting about multi-level marketing companies. As we can see on this call, she's already telling her specific story as a way to convince her downline to continue going so they can be her too because she wasn't successful at one point. And then she's kind of giving them the hope that they can one day see the success that she has seen and have over 5,000 people in, their downlines too. And this is a huge tactic that I find really, really, really top reps using to convince their own downline to keep going. So just like people share their vulnerable stories or their stories in general to get people recruited, it doesn't stop there. But when you're in the MLM, you're constantly being told these stories. You're constantly on these weekly team calls and these weekly live streams that these uplines are having that are pretty much being used to convince you on a daily basis to continue in the MLM because maybe you'll see the success they once did too, when we know that that's probably not possible for most people. She then stated that she feels that she's still in the MLM because of the power of live events. So as I stated, in my opinion, I feel like these live events are not really anything that you can get something tangible from and to take home and be able to apply and utilize. But I feel like it's just a way for the MLM to convince the reps to stay in even longer because the MLM is the one that's, putting on this big event and they actually have the top reps go through these calls to get their presentation accepted and everything like that. So the MLM knows what the top reps are going to be talking about at these live events. So they're the ones pretty much planning these live events as a way to, in my opinion, convince reps to stay even longer. And then she said that I learned that my mission just couldn't be commission. It didn't work. Volume is king. When you talk about volume, you're talking about downlines. You're talking about recruitment. You're talking about, hey, volume is king. That means your focus and your mission should be recruitment. It shouldn't be the product because they earn commissions off of the sales that they personally make. And they earn volume based off what their downline does and recruitment, or when they recruit people, they earn volume off that package that the recruit signed up with. So here we can see that this is proof that these top reps are training people to recruit and that recruitment should be the focus and not actual product sales and getting people results with products like they like to say so much on social media.
Even start. I'm going to do something that will make Jonathan Gelfand very happy. I'm going to read the income disclaimer at the bottom of this screen. Team Beachbody does not guarantee you any level of success or income from the Team Beachbody coach opportunity. Each coach's income depends on his or her own efforts, diligence, and skill. See the income statement, coach earnings. I did not read that right. For the most recent information on actual incomes of all coaches. Okay,
so here she says the income disclaimer statement, but she doesn't in any of this 1 hour video show an income disclosure statement, like an actual statement that shows how much money an average person is making per rank. She doesn't show the percentage of people that are getting to the rank she's at. And I feel like if you are going to say this statement, you can't just after that say, well, you can make $1 million in this MLM. Like you can't say that afterwards. It's not being fully transparent. It's kind of like reading the little 2 sentences you need to read, but then after that kind of throwing that away because you're talking about income and you're telling people that they can make it there, that if they just work hard, they can do it. If they just have the mindset of recruitment, that they can make it happen. So everything that you say after that avoids the statement that you're saying, in my opinion. I don't feel like it's as transparent as it should be. And I don't think it really truly explains or shows how many people can get on the level she's at in the MLM.
I have to say that because I need to share these slides with you. It's very important. I can't speak volume without showing you what the heck I'm talking about. But this isn't a comparison trap. This is literally me going, listen to me, focus, and let me show you why volume is king. So what you're looking at here, guys, is the start. Every single coach starts learning how to help people take their next step on their fitness journey. Some of you will create groups, some will help friends one-on-one, but we start with getting people started and making a commission. Okay, that's what we do. How many people are doing 4-week gut protocol and it's blowing your mind? Like, it's blowing your mind, right? Now, how many have helped at least one other person start a 4-week gut protocol journey? Yes? Okay. That's how we start. We're shares people. That's what we do. But unfortunately, that's where many people stop in the business. And they wonder why they aren't making an income. And they wonder why there are others on their team paying off debt or rebuilding their savings or providing for their families. And they aren't yet. You aren't yet, right? But you're achieving success club. You know what I mean? Like, it is so much more. And the reason for that is simple. You're in a commission mindset. So the moment you get out of that, and write this down, you have to get commission mindset means I earn only what I sell, which is what you're looking at here. It is the retail commissions and subscriptions. Now, yours probably looks different nowadays because this was from 13 years ago. Okay. This is a long time ago, but when you start, you earn retail commissions and subscriptions. That's what you get, whether it's on, total solutions packs.
Here's the start of what I have been wanting to show you guys from an active top rep in an MLM, and what I have been saying for literally months. I keep saying, I just want to show you guys someone's paycheck. Just show us your paycheck so we can break down where you're actually making your money, because it's not going to be from commissions, in my opinion. It's going to be from team bonuses and things you earn off recruitment.
But you've got to learn the significance of your coach squad. So what you're seeing here on the left side of the screen are my weekly earnings when I started the business. $70 in commissions, $75 in something called team cycle bonus. Okay. So what you're going to see happening, right, is I committed to 2 things. Now, I'm going to be real with you. I'm not a Success Club 100 person. Never have been. Nope. Highest is maybe in the 30s. Okay. And I've been doing this a really long time and have changed my life financially. And it doesn't require me to hit Success Club anything. If you do that, cool butter beans. That's just not all of our strengths. Okay. So for me, I did 2 things: Success Club 10 and 2 to 4 business building coaches every month. That's the difference between these 2 pictures. Okay. And my commissions were a little bit higher. Okay. So if you look here, my commissions were like $100, a little bit, but my team bonus, this is on a weekly basis, was $288. Like, I literally, what is that? 3 times it, if not almost quadrupled it. Something called a team cycle bonus. This is where my life started to change. Now, in my second year, I was making about $25,000, and I was like, that's awesome, but I wanted this to be a full-time income, right? That's what I wanted. And so consistency over time allowed me to go from that to then making over 6 figures in this business. But you'll notice my retail commissions were where? 200. Okay. Subscriptions increased, cool beans. But look at the team cycle bonus, over $1,500, right? Watch it again. This is what happened. Now, I had other business centers helping with retail commissions a little bit. So my retail commissions went up, but on a weekly basis, look at what happens to the team bonus. This is where the magic happens. And it doesn't just happen by helping people with 4-week gut protocol and not ever inspire them to inspire other people. It doesn't work that way. You've watched your coach, and every single coach on these Slay Squads have life-changing transformations because of the business, not just a before and after picture, but the business. And you're like, how do I do that? How do I do that? It's because volume is king. And it's because we have to allow you guys to see that you guys can't make this by selling 130 bags of Shakeology. I mean, you could, but that's in 1 week. I mean, if you want to be a retailer and bank out 130 new customers every week for just Shakeology, or like 80 total solutions pack every week just to make this, cool. But I'm going to tell you that I didn't want that life. right? And I really, really, really want for you to get the power of residual income.
So here we see her say that commission mindset equals I earn only what I sell, which is true. Commissions is where you're selling a product and your focus is on selling a product. And then team cycle bonus is totally different. So then she stated my life started to change with team cycle bonus. So let's break down what a team cycle bonus is, just in case you've never heard of one or you've never been in an MLM or anything like that. I can kind of give you the definition that Beachbody gives of team cycle bonus. So Beachbody states that the team cycle bonus is a team volume that is accumulated based on purchases from your downline coaches. And now that they have added preferred customers, that goes in it too. So it says your downline coaches / preferred customers, and those downline coaches, personal retail customers. So that means that 90% of this person's income is coming from her downline buying products or her downline recruiting people and selling products to customers. So I feel like where things get confusing with this is a lot of people will be like, oh, well, I don't get paid off of recruiting someone. The thing is, you do get paid off of it. Anybody that has been recruited into Beachbody has had to buy what is called a challenge pack, and a challenge pack costs anywhere from $160 to $300. So keep in mind that when Beachbody is recruiting someone, that person will buy what is called a challenge pack, and then that volume from that pack, from that new recruit, is what is going to be added into your team cycle bonus. Imagine this person, she just said this week only, she made $3,744 in team cycle bonus. That is because all of her downline buying products and all of the people that they're recruiting and all of the customers that they're signing up, she's making money straight off of what it is that they're selling or the volume that they're getting from it. So this is, in my opinion, how MLMs will try and make it seem how it's all about the product because you don't get paid until a product is sold. Well, in general, your downline has to do that. Your downline has to recruit the person and recruit the preferred customer in order for the upline to make that team cycle bonus. So in my opinion, it's all about having your downline recruit people and ensuring that when they recruit people, they have them sign up with a challenge pack, and then you make money off of what it is that they're doing. And then on top of that, they make money off anything that the downline buys. So me as a person, if Becky was my upline, I would buy a product and she would make money off of me buying it. So now I want to go over her whole entire paycheck, what this all means, and break it down for y'all after I broke down what team cycle bonus is. So here she says that in 1 week, because they get paid weekly in Beachbody, they get a paycheck every week on Thursday. So the commissions was $180. Her team cycle bonus was $3,744 in 1 week. And this is the proof that I have wanted to show you guys. This is what I've been talking about, that MLMs don't care about selling a product to a customer. MLMs care, in my opinion, about convincing people to join as your downline and then having them continue to buy products and stay active monthly, on top of recruiting more people and copying that over and over and over again in order for that upline to make a profit. If this person did not have 5,000 people in her downline constantly recruiting and constantly having people sign up with challenge packs and constantly putting things on subscription that she's convincing them that they need to be on because they need to be hitting Success Club and all of these other things that Beachbody makes you hit. And then in order to hit it, you have to buy products. So it has to deal with recruiting. It has to deal with your downline pretty much buying products and recruiting people in order for the upline to see that profit. Because as we can see, this person just selling products to a customer in a week can't even make $200, but having a downline recruiting people and them personally buying stuff, she can make over $3,700 per week. So if we even go further to look at her income for the week that she screenshotted here for her most recent paycheck, we can see that she earned $141 off of retail commissions, meaning she only sold $141 worth of products to actual customers, actual consumers, not to people who are in the MLM, not to recruit, but $141. That's it to retail customers. Then she made $38 off of subscriptions that her customers have. And then we already know, because I already stated, she made $3,744 of team cycle bonus, aka off of her recruits. Then she made an extra $244 off of what is called a matching bonus. And you can only get a matching bonus if you have have a downline. So if you don't know what a matching bonus is, or you haven't seen that in Beachbody, that is where reps earn a match bonus based off the team cycle bonus that their downline earned. So basically, every single time that her downline gets a team cycle bonus, as you see, she earned like that $3,744 from her team cycle bonus, but any of the 5,000 people that are in her downline, if any of them earn a team cycle bonus, she's going to get a 10% cut from what they earn off their team cycle bonus on top of her own team cycle bonus. Can you guys count how many times I say team cycle bonus in this video? Because I said it a lot so far. So as we can see, in total, she earned $4,169 that week, and $3,989 was earned off of her team and the work that they put in and the products that they personally buy, and only $180 was earned off of her actually selling products to customer. Here's a perfect photo to show a paycheck, to show how much money these reps are making, and to prove, in my opinion, that it's based off recruitment. It's not based off selling products to customers, because then she would say commission is king. Oh, you could just sell products to people. But instead, she's saying team cycle bonus, aka meaning you need to recruit people in order to make money. In her paycheck, in order to make a lot of money, she's making literally nearly $4,000 based off team cycle bonus and the match bonus off of what her team is doing, and only $180 off of her own personal product sales to consumers, which is wild to me. So let's see what else she says.
You can stay in the commission mindset if you want, but I'm here to tell you that when you commit to Success Club 10, right? And for me, it was bringing on 5 to 10 new customers each month, and you change their lives. Guys, look at me. This is so important. I don't believe in you have to mass recruit to do this. But what I do believe is you have to get people results. These people doing the 4-week gut protocol with you are those future coaches. Okay. And we're going to talk about that today. I know it's scary because you're like, man, I'm barely hitting Success Club, or I'm struggling. Well, I struggled too for 2 years. It's okay. You're going to catch your rhythm. You're going to catch your stride, but you have to realize that the magic happens in getting people to believe in the products, like 4-week gut protocol, and then doing the vital behavior, which is get them results. How many of you, your life has been changed because of Beachbody, like transformed from nutrition to the fitness to the community, right? Like, oh, well, this is the deal. You have to help other people have that transformation. And there's no way that they're going to be able to keep this to themselves. They're going to be like, I have to share this with the world. And that's how you build your squad. It's not with a perfect Instagram reel. It's not with a perfect picture or caption. It's by literally bringing people on and changing their life.
So here she says something that I've also been talking about. I've just been waiting for it to be in an actual team call. But here she said, the customer's doing the 4-week gut protocol, which if you want to see a video on the 4-week gut protocol, I actually did a reaction video to that, to the actual training that corporate did for the reps itself. And I kind of broke that down. So you guys can go check that out. I'll link it down below if you want to see that, or if you're curious what the 4-week gut protocol is. Quite interesting. But she said, these customers doing the 4-week gut protocol are your future coaches. And I have been talking about this for so long that I'll get people asking me, well, what if I just sign up with the product? Like my friend keeps asking, or my family member keeps asking me to just join with the product to help them. In my opinion, it does not stop there. It doesn't stop with, oh, you just sign up for the product to help a friend or a family member. Because the second you sign up, they look at you as a future coach. They look at you as someone who can be in their downline in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. And I've always heard that even when I was in my MLM, where they said customers make the best coaches. So I just want to bring this to light because I feel like this is a huge recruitment tactic that nearly all of these Beachbody reps use, because reps like this are training thousands of people in the MLM. And it's not only her saying this, it's all the top reps. They're all trained to say things like this. They're all trained that this is the best way to get people to sign up as a rep or as a coach, as they like to say. So watch out for this recruitment tactic, because if you just sign up for a product, you are the literal hub for their next recruits to come in. They are going to start, in my opinion, hounding you to sign up as a coach because you're getting results, or you're doing the products, or you're in the accountability group. They're going to start messaging you and DMing you and asking you to join to be an actual rep, because like she stated, customers are your future coaches. So this is a huge recruitment tactic. I know not every rep does this, but 99% of reps do this. There are some reps that will never, ever, ever recruit a single soul. They literally sign up and they just sell a product. That is a thing and that does happen. But here I'm talking about the reps that are being trained by top reps like this. And most people, most reps in Beachbody are trained like this. They are trained that the customers are the future coaches, and then they're going to start asking you to personally join.
Got to debunk the hard of this and get back to the meat and potatoes of it. And what we're going to do here, and what I'm going to do, and my mission for you guys today is to start with logistics first. Everybody's on a different page, okay? I don't know who is already Emerald, who is not, who is Diamond, who is not. So here's the beautiful part of this. If you're already Emerald, listen to this with the ears of somebody who's being a mentor and teaching somebody else what Emerald is. If you're not, this is for you, okay? But at the end of the day, we're going to go over logistics. We're going to focus and learn what it means to build your coach squad. And then we're going to give tangible ways to actually bring coaches and preferred customers onto your team. And then we're ending with a big kahuna challenge. So I need to know right now, who is that coach that's listening to this with a mentorship mindset? Who's achieved Emerald in their business already? Whether you're there right now or not, okay? So whether you are actually in your back office, it says Emerald or not, it's just that you've at least achieved it, because this is the first step in building your coach squad, okay? Emerald is simple. It's the first, what we call rank in Beachbody. You got to get the Beachbody lingo. So you need to be a paid, active coach. That means your business service fee, wherever you are, it's different, whether you're in Canada or the States or France or UK, but you have to be up current on your business service fee or using a military waiver, which we'll talk about. And then when you go into your coach office and you see it there and you see volume, it says projected PV is more than 50. What does PV stand for? Projected volume, okay? So personal volume, PV, not projected volume, personal volume. That means volume that you yourself have bought, okay? Or that you have sold. So again, we get kind of confused because with Success Club, you need 90 PV of auto ship. This is completely different. This is off, different. If you have your 90 PV, solid, you're active. They work together. But I think what's super cool about this is, like, if you're on Shakeology, you've got 90 PV and you're active. If you're only on Energize though, you only have 38 PV and you need something else. Okay. So what happens is everything in our shop has volume attached to it. Everything from the clothes to the supplements, body, you get personal volume, PV, when you purchase something yourself or you sell it to a customer. Okay. So again, you're learning. This is you. You want to grow this business. You got to know the ins and outs. What is the first day of our work week? What day is it?
So something I want to mention about this is a lot of people, when they join, are told, oh, well, the PV can come from selling products to people. So every single month, in order to stay active with Beachbody, meaning they'll pay you out commissions and things like that, and to count in someone's downline, because when you go inactive, you no longer count. So if someone's going for a rank, like your upline or something like that, if you go inactive, they lose you. It's kind of like you're invisible. You're not there anymore. It's kind of weird, but active means that you count. You're in the downline, you are in the green, you are good to go. But most people are not able to sell enough products to even do the 50 PV every single month. Most people struggle just to do that. So then they end up having to buy products every single month, even if they don't need to buy products every single month, especially when it comes to if people want to hit Success Club, which is always raved and talked about. A lot of people try and hit Success Club every month, but to do that, you have to have 90 PV on auto ship. So even if you don't need these products, if you don't need to re-up on them, you're still going to end up spending money on them because you want to keep hitting Success Club and you want to keep staying active because you're going to have your upline, messaging you, asking you to be active and asking you, when are you going to be active? Because they're trying to hit their ranks and things like that. So also when you start going up in the ranks of Beachbody, if you hit like Emerald, then Ruby, then Diamond, PV requirement to stay active actually goes up. So it goes from 50 PV to 75 to 100 to 200. So any star diamond rep has to have 200 PV to stay active. And then any rep that is a diamond diamond needs 100. So a lot of the times people struggle to stay active because they struggle to sell a product to somebody. So a lot of times people have to keep re-upping on products because they're not able to sell to somebody, which makes them out of money like continuously. And then at the end of a year, you don't even recognize how much products you end up spending money on because you're just trying to keep staying active every single month. So that's something to keep in mind, because I feel like a lot of people in MLMs don't really pay attention to that and don't really look at their income versus their profit until, they end up out of their MLM and then they're thousands of dollars out of money because they didn't notice that this is what was happening when they were in their MLM.
Thursdays, okay? Thursdays at midnight, whoop, the clock switches over and it's a new work week. It's payday, right? Beachbody on Thursdays, look back 5 weeks and say, does Amy have 50 PV of products that she's either bought or sold? And if the answer is yes, whoop, for that next week, she's active. If not, she's inactive. It's literally that simple. So you need 50 PV. And again, being proof the products work every single month makes this a no-brainer, okay? If you're gunning for Success Club and you have your 90 PV on auto ship, you're solid, okay? So first step is take care of you. Second step is bring on somebody on your left leg and on your right leg who is also active with 50 PV. Write this down. Emerald is you plus 2. You do these 2 things, you're an Emerald coach. Do not complicate it, okay? That is so important. I know for me, I complicated it for over 6 months, okay? Almost 8 months before I actually became an Emerald coach. So here's the deal though, and you'll see kind of the talkings over here. This is where volume is king. This is the most important part of this whole thing on this slide right here. Binary system. I need you to write that down. Binary system. That is the purpose of this call, is the binary system. Volume is king. Most coaches, okay, I want to say most, all coaches are placed on their uplines, right or left leg. You were placed on your coach's right leg. Everybody has a right and left leg. Everybody, okay? One or the other. Many of you have a leg that your coach put you on that possibly has other people from your team on it as well, helping to build volume. Not everybody, but a lot of people do have a leg that their coach placed them on because they're on their left leg, and any other left leg that they put people on, boom, they're building volume. But here's what I'm going to tell you, and what literally made it 8 months in as a coach click for me, that I had to get to Emerald like the next Thursday. Someone said to me, and if you're not Emerald yet, listen, every Thursday that passes that you are not Emerald, you're flushing volume down the drain, which inevitably that volume turns into dollars as you build your team. You are collecting volume on one of your legs, more than likely. Okay, there's some of you who may be put in positions that maybe that's not the case, but most of you probably have some kind of volume trickling in on one leg. And when Thursdays hit and they go, oop, you're not an Emerald coach, it washes and goes away and you can never get it back. Okay. From that moment on, when I realized that, I went, oh my holy banana sandwich. And I hit Emerald by that Thursday. I realized that Emerald is lacing up my shoelaces and stepping on the track. I was not going to be getting paid bajillions of dollars because my back office said Emerald, and neither are you. Being Emerald declares that you're in the game, right? To your coach. It means your shoes are laced up, right? You're on the track, you're standing there. You're like, okay, team, I'm here. The switch though, to turn on where you can start collecting what we call carryover volume does not happen until you're Emerald for the first time. You have to bring on 2 people, either 2 coaches or 2 preferred customers. And I am telling you, when I say this to people, they've literally done this in 24 hours. 24 hours or less. And if that makes your stomach sink and your fear automatically comes through the window, I need you to shut it down and declare that you're here for a reason and that you can freaking do this. So if you're not Emerald, goal uno numero 1, Emerald ASAP. Write that down on your beautiful sheet of paper.
So she said that being emerald shows your coach that your shoes are laced up. And this is so common in any MLM. Any MLM you see, any MLM training that you see. Even when I actually did those videos on WFAB, or I was walking you guys through what was happening behind the scenes with WFAB and how people were being treated, because a lot of times in MLMs, top reps are taught that if your downline is not actively rank advancing, if they're not actively recruiting, if they're not actively buying products on having products on auto ship, that they're kind of like nothing. Like they're doing nothing for you, so you don't need to give your time to them. So I find it really weird that she states being emerald shows your coach that your shoes are laced up, because that's just kind of meaning like, oh, you're not really telling me that you're ready to do this. I'm probably not going to give you any of my time because you're not rank advancing and recruiting and having products on auto ship. But again, it's very common in MLMs that they train people, and especially these top reps train their downlines to only give time to people that are actively working, which again is pretty crappy about MLMs. So I also wanted to read what the slide actually stated. So here the slide says, on the Emerald Coach slide, it says you start earning commissions immediately, but to make substantial income in this business, you have to unlock volume, which happens when you become Emerald. Your spouse, and spouse is in the caps and it's blue, it says your spouse, a family member or friend wanting the discount, a military coach wanting the discount, or someone else looking to work the business alongside of you could be your coaches. It just takes you and two other people. So the fact that she has spouse in caps, it shows that she probably will lean towards talking about that, which she does. They really promote this by every top rep I have seen make a training like this. They promote, in order to get to Emerald, to immediately sign up a spouse. If you don't have a spouse, they'll say to sign up a mom or a dad or a guardian or a parent figure or something like that. Instead of just focusing on selling a product, you end up actually spending more money by doing this, because a lot of the times when someone signs up their spouse to be in the MLM, not only does that person have to now focus on their business fee that costs $15.95 in the US and $20 for Canadians, but in the US now you have to spend $15.95 for your business fee, and your spouse now has to spend $15.95. Then on top of that, you and your spouse need to have 90 PV on auto ship, so both of you guys can stay your ranks and can be good to go. So that's just more money in the long run that you and your spouse are spending for very minimal outcome, based off what I have seen when people sign up their spouse. So you end up spending double the amount of money when you're barely getting paid anything just to be Emerald, when it's not truly benefiting you in any way. So I actually want to look at how much money it would cost for a person and a spouse, like the household. How much would it cost the household every single month up to a year to stay active and be their rank and pay all the fees? So like I said, it's $15.95 per person for a whole year. So that cost $382. And then if you need 90 PV for Success Club and everything like that, 90 PV normally rounds out to about $100 for the stuff to be on auto ship. So $100 plus 100 per you and your spouse times 12 is $2,400 a year. So in total, in a year, minimum, a household is going to spend $2,782 just for you and your spouse to stay active and stay good. This doesn't include trips. This doesn't include any of the other expenses, like the new products coming out, the new programs coming out that you have to actually pay for in order to get in. It doesn't include any of that. So that's also something to keep in mind if you are currently in Beachbody.
Again, we're going over logistics, getting everybody on the same page. Next stop is Diamond. Again, we cannot teach you how to even work on your volume till you hit Diamond, and then your stable Diamond. Okay. We can't even teach you how to maximize the binary system until you get here and get stable. Okay. So a diamond coach is what? 4. So Emerald was 2. Now it's 4 active coaches or preferred customers on your right leg and left leg. Okay. And I know the graphic only says coach, but if you understand preferred customers, it takes forever. And I should have put PCs in there, but you get the point. It's 4 active coaches or preferred customers on each leg. Okay. And an emerald on each leg. Okay. So again, learning what emerald means is important. And I believe that every single superstar business center was simply people hitting emerald over and over and over and over and over again. Most people think though, when they get to diamond and they're here, so emerald was lacing up their shoelaces, diamond, they think is the end goal. No, diamond means you're committing to the race and you're in the starting blocks. You haven't, the shotgun hasn't even gone off. You aren't even in the races at diamond yet. Like most people are like, woo, I made it. And I'm like, no, sweetheart, like you are only at the beginning. But again, it's the same concept. You're active, you're paying your business service fees. You go into your coach office though, and now it's not just 50 personal volume, it's 100. Okay. And then you've got your preferred customers and coaches underneath you, helping you make this happen. We're going to be talking about this today. If you have a spouse or significant other who agrees to support your business, you could have him or her be one of your emeralds. So you only really need one person to work the business and do this with you. So again, I know you want to overcomplicate this, but dude, it's totally possible. But again, this isn't the end. The last thing that I want to go over is 2-star, because this is a goal that should be on every single one of your vision boards by freaking Thanksgiving. I believe, how cool would it be if the Slay Squad blew the heck up and had the biggest surge of 2-star diamond coaches in the history of all of Beachbody? That is my dream for this call, is to make you guys grasp that this is where we have to get you before we can teach you how volume truly is king. We cannot even, you won't even get to the tip of the iceberg until we get you here. Okay. And I know that when you look at this, you're like, woo, 12 active coaches or preferred customers. Oh my holy moly. But you also need a diamond on each leg. But one can be your spouse or significant other. So you really only need one other person who wants to do this with the same tenacity and the same fight and the same focus that you have, right? Is it going to happen overnight? What's the answer? No. And therein lies the toad with our world today. We want microwavable success. We want Amazon Prime at lands to our door between 5 and 10 p.m. tonight because I need it today. It's the big red staple button that's like boom, boom, and then like it appears. But this is not going to happen in your business. So I'm here to tell you these things, obviously, because I truly, when I started, did not believe I could get 12 people to join me. Okay. I didn't. And if that's you, I'm here to tell you that you have to dive into your personal development so hardcore, like it's your job. And you need to write this down, because if you don't believe that you can do this, you're dreaming too small. You have to grow into the person who can achieve these things. You have to. You didn't sign up to become a coach for nothing. You aren't wasting time. We are doing this on purpose. And every single leader that you see on these calls every single week had to grow into the person who could achieve what they have achieved. And I don't care if you're emerald right now. I don't care if you're a brand new coach looking at this going, holy moly, my brain is going to implode. You can do this. This right here is a coach squad. And this should be on everybody's goal boards, vision boards, plastered all over your home. It's 2-star or bust. There's no quit. There's no way out. There's no straddling the fences. There's no waiting. Every single one of you probably have a trap door open. Do you know what a trap door is? A trap door is I'm looking at this. I'm going to give it a shot for a year. And if it don't work, like I got an exit strategy, and you're going to quit on yourself. I can tell you for myself, I closed the trap door. I was a diamond coach, almost quit. My dad was like, don't do it. And we had this whole thing. It's a very long story. And that day was like, the trap door's closed. I got no quit in me. So now I'm going to figure this out. And I realized in that moment, I had to build a coach squad mentality. So what we're going to dive into today is the 5 things I teach my team.
So here I want to talk about everything she just said about being a diamond rep, especially when she talked about whole spouse thing and a spouse could be a diamond and all of that. So I don't think I have really touched on this before. So like she stated, in order to be diamond, you have to personally recruit 8 people. Then 2 of those recruits, 1 on each side, must recruit 2 people. So in total, you end up having 12 people under you, because it's the 8 you recruited and then the 2 people that 2 of your recruits both recruited. It's going to be a lot of numbers I'm going to be saying. So now she is suggesting that you sign up your spouse as one of your emeralds so that you can hit diamond. So if you are diamond and you have to recruit 8 people, but one of the emeralds is your spouse, not only do you have to recruit those 8 people, make sure those 8 people stay active, then your emerald is going to be your spouse that you're spending all of that money on to stay active and for the business fee. Then you have to recruit 2 people under them personally, because she's talking about running your spouse's account. So not only do you have to recruit those 8, but then you have to recruit 2 extras, and then you have to make sure all of those people stay active and everything like that. Not only is that impossible for many people to do, but it's also against the rules. You can't run somebody's account. You cannot take your spouse's social security number and all of that stuff and run their account and sign people up under them. You're not allowed to do that. It's against Beachbody's rules. You can't sign up a spouse and then place people under them. So a lot of people in the MLM don't even know that this is against the rules and that you're not allowed to do this because they're being trained by their own upline to do it. They're being trained, have a spouse, have that spouse, have an account and then sign people up under them. And it's just a way for people to cheat the system. So if you personally see someone that is doing this, you can report it to Beachbody compliance. So I've personally seen accounts get taken down that do this. I haven't personally seen any high up like top reps accounts be taken down for this, but I have seen smaller people like their spouse's accounts getting canceled because they're not allowed to do it. Their actual account won't get canceled, but their spouse's account that they're running will get canceled if it's reported to compliance and they investigate it and they find that that person is controlling their spouse's account. So then when she was talking about Diamond, she was kind of saying that this is the start. Diamond is just the start to you in the MLM. It is just the beginning of your journey. So based on Beachbody's income disclosure statement, most people don't even get there. Most people don't even get to Diamond or to the rank after that. So it's not the start. It's not the beginning for most people who join the MLM. So based on Beachbody's recent income disclosure statement, it actually states that only 1.3% of Beachbody reps ever hit above the Diamond rank. So only 1.3% of people will ever hit past this. And I believe if we look at their income disclosure statement really quickly, let's see how many people last year in 2021 even hit Diamond, because she's saying it's easy, it's just a start, everyone could do it. Well, in 2021, only 2.3% of people hit the rank of Diamond and only 1.3% of people got to any of the ranks above that. So it's not just the beginning. Most people aren't going to be able to get there. Literally 98.7% of people, it won't be the beginning because they'll never end up hitting this rank and they'll never end up hitting the ranks after that. So then she decided to talk about what's called 2-star diamond, which again, most people never get to that rank. Nearly 1% or less get to this rank in the MLM. So she mentioned the spouse again. She said, well, now you can have your spouse be your second diamond. So in order to be a 2-star diamond, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's you have 2 diamonds under you. I feel like they named the ranks pretty easily with that. So it makes a lot of sense. So 2-star diamond means you have 2 diamonds under you. So you're now a 2-star diamond. So not only does she want you to maintain your account, meaning you have an active 12 reps under you, and 2 diamonds, meaning 2 people need 8 people under them. And then 2 reps under them have to be emerald, meaning 2 people have 2 people under them. And all of those people are maintaining their PV every single month for those 6 weeks that you have to qualify. Not only does she want you to try and hit diamond or 2-star diamond, she wants your spouse to be one of the diamonds. So not only do you need 12 people under you to stay active, you need a diamond rep on one side, but now you need to recruit 8 people. You need to stick them under your spouse's account, make sure they all stay active, and then 2 people in those 8 people need to be emerald, meaning they have 2 people. It's super confusing. Like the amount of numbers that goes into this, it's like you're trying to fit all the puzzle pieces together. I feel like they don't comprehend how difficult this is for most people in multi-level marketing companies. Most people can't do that. Most people aren't going to be able to recruit 12 people under them and then have 8 people under their spouse that they have personally recruited and then get 2 people to emerald. It's nearly impossible to do this and 100% against the rules. So I thought I would break that down because, again, it's a lot. Like, it's a lot to even look at. I need like a whiteboard where I can like actually show how wild this is, because it's pretty wild. You know what? Maybe I'll post a picture up and I'll write it on a piece of paper to show you kind of how it would look like. But the last thing she said before we get into the last portion of the part 1 of this call was she stated that you have to dive into personal development like it's your job if you think people won't join you. So this is something that's always talked about, is personal development, personal development. I think that yes, personal development can be really helpful for a lot of people. I know I love listening to like really motivational quotes and stuff like that. I like hearing them. I love like the TikToks where someone will give like an inspirational, couple seconds where they're giving advice or something, or on Instagram Reels. I love to see it. But in general, personal development isn't just going to magically make people appear and join your MLM. It's interesting how personal development is used as this way to get people to keep going in the MLM. It's like a way to just keep motivating them to keep going, but I don't feel like it actually helps most people get anywhere in the MLM, because most people don't get to the top. Because getting to the top has nothing to do with personal development. It has everything to do with how many people can you recruit, and then how many of your recruits can recruit, and so on.
When it comes to how the heck do we get there, how do we get there? This is how we're going to get there. Okay. And we're going to go through this. So this is why I call this kind of like a master class for, this is really truly diving into the nuts and bolts of it. You are probably going to want to save this link and revisit it every like 3-4 months, right? Maybe at least every 6 months, to make sure that you're in the next season of your journey and you're doing the next season worth of work. I'm giving you it all and allowing you guys to take this and run with it. But you've got 5 ways, 5 paths, top 5 kinds of coaches or preferred customers that will make up your coach squad. And I'm going to share with you something I'm about to give you, because you're going to be taking notes so fast. And here's what I'm going to tell you. When this call is over, I'm going to give you a Google Drive folder called the Slay Squad Build Your Squad. That's a lot. Say that 82 times. Build Your Squad Call Google Drive folder that's going to have all the documents that I go over, all of the scripts that I go over, everything that I share about the spouse or significant other account. I'm going to give you all of it. Okay. So I do want you to still take notes, but you don't have to copy down everything that I'm going to be putting on my slide. Okay. Write down what's important to you, and then know that you're going to be getting a Google Drive folder that has like the nuts and bolts of this in it, so that you can just go put this into play. Okay. So first things first, I am going to talk about spouse accounts, because this is the deal. I built my business with my husband. Now, I know not everybody is like this, but I have been on calls with Doug Moss, and when he starts talking about volume and strategy, he talks about spouse accounts. Now, you cannot go sign up your spouse and they not know about it. They have to give you permission. They have to know they have an account. It is very, very, very important. But I do want to share with you that it is a great strategy for those of you. Now, hear me out. I started my business single. I hit diamond without a spouse account. So if you aren't married yet, okay, and you don't have a spouse or significant other, it's okay, because I did it without one, okay? But if you do, it is an option. And I do suggest signing your spouse up early and on your weak leg is my suggestion, okay? It doesn't mean if you've been a coach for 6 months, a year, 2 years, and it hasn't happened that you're in a bad spot. It just means it possibly should happen if you're wanting this business to provide for you in a big, big way. Okay. So again, I'm going to have that Google Drive document that's going to tell you, how do I find what my weak leg is? There's a document in there. It explains why we suggest the weak leg. I think I got this from Janelle Summers like a bajillion years ago. But it also kind of explains some of the first steps to maximizing your income when it comes to your own personal orders with the spouse account, so that you've got them active and it's not costing you more money, but instead it's saving you money. I know my husband and I are a bit different. If you've ever heard me speak on calls before, he actually works the business with me. We met at a fit club. Beachbody's our matchmaker. So like, who needs Match.com? You know what I mean? Like, I've been an elite coach for 9 years. He's been a premier coach for 3. And it really started with just him supporting me. It didn't start with him wanting to work the business. He had bajillion jobs and all of that kind of stuff. So your spouse, him or her, could be a part of your coach squad. And that's option 1.
So what frustrates me about the spouse account thing is that so many people are going to listen to this individual. This individual has shown her income. She has shown that she's making a lot of money. She has proven that she has 5,000 recruits under her. So her downline is going to listen. They're going to look at what she's training them, look at what she's teaching them, and then they are going to copy and replicate it with the hopes that they can make it too. When I've already showed the income disclosure statement, I've done a whole video on Beachbody's income disclosure statement if you want it broken down and compared to the prior year. But we know most people who also sign up their spouse are not going to get to her level. And that's the crappy thing, is that in MLMs, it's taught that everyone could get there. It's taught that everyone could be at the top. Well, if everyone could be, wouldn't everyone be there? Because most people in MLMs copy what they're told to do, because they look at their upline like as someone who has the experience and has the knowledge and they're already successful, so they're going to listen to that person. Because most people in life, you listen to people who are already successful, or you take advice from people who have went through what it is that you are currently going through because they've been through it. Same with MLMs. It's the same concept. They just failed to mention how much money goes into the spouse account, which I've already talked about, the whole $1,400 per person each year just on staying active, the whole $382 a year on the business fees, not including summit, other trips, product releases, which could range from $30 to $100 every quarter per person. And then even with Beachbody's income disclosure statement, the average Beachbody rep makes $3,169 a year, while 75.5% only makes $491 a year. So is signing up a spouse beneficial for most people? No. It's going to end up, in my opinion, doing more harm than good, because if we look at, again, the total of how much money someone's going to spend on active fees, and in order to have their business fee taken care of a year, if they sign up their spouse, it totals up to $3,182. So that, compared to most reps or the average Beachbody rep making $3,169, you're already in the negative $20 just based off what the average rep make. But again, 75.5% of people are only going to make $491 a year. So 75% of people that sign up their spouse, that try that go that avenue, that keep both of those accounts active, that try their hardest to make it happen, are not going to make it happen and are going to be in the negative thousands and thousands of dollars. So that's why, in my opinion, based on the numbers, it does more harm than good. And it only really helps the person at the top of the pyramid, because they're making more of that team cycle bonus off that volume, because now they're not only making that consistent volume off of you and the products you're buying and stuff like that, they're now making that volume off of your spouse's account too. And then they're also having you as an emerald, so they're able to rank advance and stuff like that. So in my opinion, I feel like spouse accounts are only beneficial for that really top 1%, but not for anybody else. Not for 90% of people.
To talk about the family account. Now, this is very important for me because I do not want you to sign up family just to sign them up. Okay. And I am specifically here talking about people in your life who need what we have to offer. It may not mean workouts though. So here's the deal. My dad was like fried okra, Oklahoma, Texas guy, like triglycerides over 900, 150 is normal. Like he was a wreck. And I remember him showing me his, he went to the doctor and he got all of his stats, and I'm just crying. I hadn't met my husband yet. And I just remember like, he's gonna die. Like he's not going to be here to walk me down the aisle. And it was really morbid, but I mustered up enough gusto and went into his office one day over Thanksgiving when I was home, and I made him watch a third-party tool. Do you know what a third-party tool is? Something other than you that shares about whatever you want to share about. That's why they have all the videos, like the sizzle reels of what 4-week gut protocol is, and Autumn's talking about it. It's not you word vomiting on people. It's Autumn, So it's somebody other than you. So I had him watch a video on Shakeology. I did that. And now, did Dad sign up right away? No, because he was like, okay. Well, then that January, Dad signed up. Okay. That was 2011. My dad has been on auto ship since then, 11 years. He's got my mom on it. He's helped my sister get on Shakeology, the ultimate reset, everything. And it all happened because I invited a family member, even though it scared the crap out of me. I also did it for my sister, and she took 10 years to join me. Okay. So you've got to understand that it's not always going to be a fun conversation. But I will tell you that my husband's parents you eat the beach bars every day, right? They get Shakeology too. My sister is a coach, she does the ultimate reset. She's on her second round of job 1. She does the beach bars, everything. She's a nursing mama. So like everybody needs a beach bar. But I'm not asking you to sign them up and you pay for a challenge pack. That's illegal. Okay. You can't do that. Okay. You can gift somebody up to $25 to help. So yes, they've got to pay the coach sign up fee if they're not getting a total solutions pack like my dad.
Okay. So here she did talk about something that was illegal. So I like that. Thank you for letting them know, because I've heard other top reps not say that. They'll be like, oh, just buy the product pack for them, but you're not allowed to do those things. So,
but I gifted them $25, and that helped with the third, which now it's a preferred customer. So the 15, it was even $17, $15.95 now, right? And I'd help him get in as a preferred customer, and then he pays for his stuff. I'm not paying for it, right? You are running a business. If you had a restaurant, they'd come in, they might get the family discount, but they got to at least pay for the food. Like, you want to bring these people into your business and you want to change their life. And most of the time, the people who love you, who need this, are going to want to support you, but don't let them support you just as a customer. They need to go in as either a preferred customer, as a coach. Number one, so they're not paying full price, but number two, so they can help you move yourself forward and be a placeholder in your business. Okay. So I need you to be thinking about, number one, have you signed up your spouse or significant other yet? If that isn't done, put a big star and be like, that needs to happen by Thursday. If there's conversations you need to have with somebody in your life that scares you, and you start getting pities because you're like, I don't want to talk to them. Like, they're going to think I'm crazy. Like, yeah, they're going to think you're crazy, but the 4-week gut protocol may save their life. So can you just go invite them? And like, not hold their future captive in your mouth. Like, my father may not be here to watch his grandkids grow up if I didn't open my mouth and ask him if he wanted my help, right? And I had to be okay if not right now was the answer. But man, oh man, how cool would it be? My dad was a Beachbody Challenge winner. He won money for his results. He was amazing. And I always look back, I'm like, he's who I'm most proud of, right? And like, you got to look at that and be like, it's scary, but do the hard things, right?
Okay, so that is the end of part 1. So she said, don't let your family just be a customer. They have to be a preferred customer or a coach. So she pretty much wants you to take your family, use them so you could rank advance. Because the only way, and I'm going to go over this in part 2, the only way to rank advance in Beachbody is to sign up coaches. And now they have added preferred customers, but preferred customers also have the same requirements pretty much as coaches. They have a $15.95 fee just like the coaches do. So it's pretty much like having the same thing. They also have the 25% off discount just like the coaches do. It's just a preferred customer in front of it versus saying coach, which can be less like nerve-wracking, I think, for a lot of people. So that's why a lot of people would rather just do that and have the preferred customer option. So she wants people to do that so they can make a profit and they can rank advance. So if we look at it, it's like, why can't you just sign a family member up as a customer if they're going to just buy a product? Why make them spend $15.95 every month to be a preferred customer when they don't need to spend that extra money? So that just shows me that the goal isn't let me sell products to customers, but the goal is let me focus on recruitment by having my family sign up as a preferred customer or a rep and having all those extra expenses because it's going to help me out. She then said the 4-week gut protocol can save their life. Don't hold their future captive in your mouth. I already did, like I said, a full hour video on the 4-week gut protocol and how, in my opinion, it was ineffective and it's not a good program. But again, that's my opinion. And I used some dietitians' reviews to kind of back up what I was saying. And lastly, she said, my dad may not be here to watch his grandkids grow up if I didn't open my mouth and ask him for help. So here is where they will use their personal vulnerable stories because that is vulnerable. Like, her dad did struggle with a lot of things and she's sharing that very vulnerable story in order to get her downline to do what she wants them to do, to get them to ask their family members and to say things to people around them. This vulnerable story is only being used to convince reps to recruit their own downline, which is really crappy in my opinion. Also, you could hear my husband probably playing video games in the background. You guys know that's the regular here. Anyways, that is going to be all for this part 1. I need to get on to part 2 before the sun goes down and it starts storming because it's supposed to storm tonight. So let me know what you guys thought of part 1. Let me know what you guys specifically thought about when it came to the income and actually being able to see a photo of where the money is coming from for this actual rep, because it's one of the most important things I feel like in this video. It's eye-opening, especially if someone is thinking about joining Beachbody. Them seeing this may be really eye-opening for them. So I'd be curious to see what you guys think about that. So with that being said, don't forget to leave a like and a comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will see you guys tomorrow in part 2.